Hey y'all, thanks for joining me. This past week has been really busy. I apologize that I haven't had much content out. I've just been really busy, as you know. If you recall, I put out a video on Friday, May 15th, and it was in regard to our situation, our current situation, and what we've been through. Here is a portion of what I was talking about so that I can give you an update. My mother's house is paid off, and we're just trying to figure out how we can get down there in northern Louisiana, because there's only so long I'm going to have alimony, and then I'll basically have not much of anything, just a little bit of money. And we have concerns about trying to get another job down there because the job market is so horrible, and the housing market is horrible. So we know the timing is really bad. It just seemed to me the signs of what's been going on, especially with this neighborhood all of a sudden. To me, I feel like this is another sign that God is telling us it is time for us to go. It's just, my realtor, I talked to her, and it's just really difficult. But we're going to do the best we can at trying to sell this house. And if we can't, we'll come up with some other options. We tried to sell it in the fall, and that nothing happened. And so we thought, okay, we'll try one more time in the summer. And it's come to the point now where my sons and I are just like, okay, and their friend that's living with us, we just have to take the leap of faith and do this. Okay. If you all saw that, or if you didn't, that's what happened. That's what I had put out May 15th on Friday. I felt compelled to share the situation that my family's in with you, because I needed your prayers. We needed your prayers, and that was the main purpose of that video. We want to get our house on the market. We feel like there's signs that we should do that, and so that's what that was about. So this is an update to all of this. First off, I want to thank you all for all your prayers, because I saw all of your comments. They were beautiful, they were supportive, they were really kind, very loving, and I thank you for all of that support, your comments, your prayers. So after Friday, May 15th, we put our house on the market early Monday, May 18th. And Wednesday, we had a request for a showing. Already in the supposedly bad market. But then again, as I told you, I lowered the price of the house so that we would be able to sell it at some point, even if we had, I have to fork over some money for this. We needed to do this because we cannot sustain living in a house with such a high mortgage. So we had our first showing on Wednesday. We had another showing on Thursday, another showing on Friday, and then there was a request for one on Sunday. But the people that saw the house on Thursday put in an offer on Friday, late Friday afternoon. And it was quite surprising to see that many showings, 2 days after the house was put out on the market. And here we had an offer already. It was a really wonderful thing to see. And then we had the offer. We did a counter offer. They went with the full price, which was already low, but they went with that, which was great. We didn't have to worry about that. they had their own ideas of what they would like, and we worked out a counter proposal. We sent it to them, and by Saturday we were under contract, and we are under contract. The closing date is June 25th, which we can sign as sellers. Apparently we can sign before the 25th and be moved. That can all be done beforehand, which is great. My realtor just told me that today, which is Thursday the 28th. So all of this happened in this short period of time. So as you can imagine, we've been very busy. We had the inspection today. We'll see how that goes. Our hot water heater went out Friday. And we were able to I had to buy a new one, which was a lot of money, but it needed to be replaced. It was old. And it was replaced on Tuesday of this week before the inspector came, which was perfect timing, right? So, yeah, the doors opened and we had this feeling. Remember, I said I had this feeling that we really, the signs were saying that God was telling us it's time for us to move. But I can't help but also notice that, the power of prayer. All of your prayers. I thank you so much that we've gotten to this point. We have a lot to do. I will let you know that also that Nico and I are we're driving down to Louisiana on Saturday, because I told you I'm going to be spending a week there to work through some last legal issues. My sister's meeting us down there. We're going to do that, and going to clean the house and get some things done there, and then we're coming back. So we won't be there very long, but it's going to be a pretty long drive. It's two-day drive to and from. So we're leaving Saturday mid to late morning, and we're coming back Sunday, the following Sunday. We have a moving company that's going to give us an estimate on Saturday morning. And I'd been stretched out over rental trucks and professional drivers, because none of us could drive these trucks, and it was a dead end. There was nothing. It was like banging on a brick wall. That route was not working. So I went with a professional, familiar moving company that I'm going to get the estimate for on Saturday. And I feel relieved, even though either one of these options was expensive. But in this case, I feel a burden lifted by having some help with the packing, the loading, the unloading, the driving. We won't have to worry about. So it's worth it to me. And I feel really optimistic about the next chapter in our lives, down in Louisiana, in my mother's house that is now my sister's and I's, and sister and mine. Although she's signing over her half to me because she has a house already paid off where she lives, and so it's going to be solely mine, which is a real blessing. Mom's last gift to us. And so it's going to be very busy, and it already has been. I've been totally exhausted with everything that I've been running around doing, and working at the restaurant and doing all this. It's been very hard for me to keep everything down. I have to write a lot of notes because your brain kind of goes with so much overwhelming things to get done in such a short period of time, and the stress level, and everything. But yeah, all of this is happening. I thank you so much for your prayers. Please continue to pray on this matter, and also I would appreciate your prayers of a safe travel for us. I'm going to have to do this twice in 1 month. So God is great. He's merciful. He opens doors when it's His time, not ours. We waited and we put our house on the market to allow for God's will to be done, and He's saying this is the time, and we're excited that it is. We are ready. Again, thanks so much. Thanks so much for all of your prayers, your kind comments, and support. I will, I probably won't be available to put out any videos next week because I'll be really busy. And the 2 weeks after that, I'm not sure how much, but hopefully I'll have at least a few videos out before the move, and then I'll come back after the move. So, lots going on here, but it's moving in the right direction. Glory to God.